Morocco have made history by making it to the quarterfinals for the first time in their history. After 130 minutes of regular time, added time, and extra time, Spain was unable to score a single goal against Morocco, and they had 77% possession of the ball to make it happen. We're going to talk about where Morocco won this game. We're going to talk about where Spain lost this game. And then we're going to go through some of the troubling stats for Spain throughout this tournament, right? So let's get straight into where Morocco won this game. And right away, I'm going to talk about two areas, right? Their defense and two of their midfielders. Mazraoui, Romain Saiz, Aguerd, Hakimi. They played an amazing game today. They were determined to not let Spain create any chances. And whatever it took, right? Last ditch tackles, whether it was, giving up possession and tracking the movement of the Spanish players, doesn't matter. They were determined to not concede a goal today. Let's look at some of their stats. Mazraoui had 2 tackles, 5 clearances, 7 recoveries, 4 ground duels won. Saiz had 1 block, 11 clearances, 1 interception, 10 recoveries. Aguerd had 1 tackle, 4 clearances, and 3 recoveries. I think he was injured, by the way. Hakimi had 73 touches, right, on the ball. I think that's the game high for the Moroccan team. 1 tackle, 1 block, 2 clearances, 1 interception, and 8 ball recoveries. Absolutely insane defensive performance from the Moroccans. I mean, the amount of concentration, the amount of stamina it takes to actually sit there while a team like Spain has 77% possession of the ball is mind-blowing, right? And yes, they won on penalties today, but they fully deserved it. Next, we're going to talk about their midfielders, right? Amrabat and Ounahi, apologies if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. They played such an amazing game, man. I mean, in terms of having to defend as midfielders, like they put on a masterclass today. Some of their stats. Amrabat had 49 touches, 4 tackles, 1 clearance, 1 interception, 9 ball recoveries, and he won all his ground duels, 7 out of 7 ground duels. So every time he was challenged for the ball, he won it. Then Ounahi, he had 60 touches, 1 dribble, 3 tackles, 1 interception, 9 ball recoveries, and he won 7 out of 10 ground duels. So the same number as Amrabat, but he actually attempted 3 more than him. So absolute masterclass performance from, these defenders and from the 2 midfielders. And I think even Yamik, who replaced Aguerd in the 84th minute, had a crucial sort of clearance towards the end of the game in extra time that made a difference, right? So everyone from Morocco deserves credit, but specifically these 6 players here. Then we're going to talk about where Spain lost this game, right? And straight away, I want to highlight their attack. Their starting attack was Olmo on the left side, Asensio through the middle, and Ferran Torres on the right side, right? I mean, on paper, it's definitely better than anything that Morocco could have put up. And, he started Rodri as a defender throughout this tournament so that they could have more possession. They could keep the ball better, build up play better, and hopefully create more chances. And all that is fine, right? Like Luis Enrique is definitely, I still think he was the best coach in this tournament. But was he lacking some players, right, in attack? Was he lacking that sort of cutting edge striker? Or did he make the wrong selection choices for this game? And I think he actually screwed up in the selection a little bit, right? Morata had 3 goals in 3 games. Why the hell would you not start Morata? Why would you bring him on in the 63rd minute? And Olmo, for everything he did this game for 98 minutes, which is not a lot, by the way, why is he starting, right? You have someone like Ansu Fati, or you can play Morata down the middle, you can play Torres down the right-hand side, and maybe play Asensio on the left, right? Or vice versa. You have so many options at your disposal. So and you are the best coach in this tournament. So why can't you pick a better starting 11, right? I thought Olmo was absolutely useless today. Let's look at some of the starting threes stats, right? Asensio played 63 minutes. He had 1 shot, 1 chance created, 0.23 xg, 23 touches only, and 0 dribbles, right? So that's Asensio. We have Ferran Torres, who played for 75 minutes. He had 0 shots, 0 chances created, 0 xg, 41 touches, and only 1 completed dribble out of an attempted 4. So again, terrible game from Torres. Then we look at Dani Olmo, the main culprit, which I didn't, for the life of me, don't understand why he was on for 98 minutes. He had 2 shots, 0 chances created, 0.04 xg, 63 touches, which is, still not a lot for how much time he played, and only 1 dribble completed out of 3 attempted. So absolutely horrendous from Spain's attack. And, Enrique has to hold the L. I mean, they had some terrible penalties taken, but they should have won this game in the 120 minutes of allowed time and 10 minutes of extra time that they had added on over the, 4 halves, right? So Enrique needs to hold the blame. Now let's look at Spain's stats this tournament, right? After that Costa Rica game where they scored 7 goals, they only scored 2 more goals in the rest of the tournament. In 3 games after that opening game, they only scored 2 goals. They had an XG of 2.59 only in those 3 games where they scored 2 goals. And they actually allowed 3 goals against them. And the XG allowed against them was also 3.47. So they allowed like a whole XG more than they managed to create in the 3 games after that Costa Rica game. And their average possession across these 4 games was 76%. So talk about possession for possession's sake, right? Absolutely unacceptable from Spain. I mean, I understand they don't have Xavi and Iniesta in midfield. They don't have players like David Villa in attack. And this is not the 2010 team. But come on, man, you have enough quality to get through against this Moroccan team, right? As well as Morocco played today, Spain needed to do better than this, man. And it's terrible, right? Like against Germany, the 1-1 draw, Germany had double their XG from more shots, and they created one more chance than them. Japan had only 18% possession of the ball, and Spain lost to them 2-1. I think Japan had only 6 shots compared to Spain's 12, but Japan managed to score more goals and actually win the game. So absolutely unacceptable from Spain. I mean, congratulations to Morocco. They have made history. We'll have to see who they come up against in the quarterfinals and whether they can absolutely represent the African continent on the biggest stage and make it to the semifinals, right? Because no African team has ever made it to the semifinals. So it'll be interesting to watch. I'll be glued to my screen to watch the Portugal-Switzerland game, and I will do a sort of little coverage after that game as well. So stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm loving the World Cup right now, man. Like and subscribe. Please get in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one.